So the first thing on our agenda is actually dealing with these two bad water sources over here. Well, one of them is a seep and one of them is actually a proper source. The thing with seeps is that they have a limited pressure. So if we just surround them with levees like so, yeah, they become useless. As for the actual bad water source though, yeah, the official solutions are incredibly expensive and cost hundreds of gears, which we certainly don't have right now. So we're gonna deal with this in an unofficial way, which pretty much means, yeah, we're just gonna block it and the top as well, because, we don't want this bad water going anywhere. Now, of course, our beavers can't actually reach this. They're still working on these tubeway stations over here. We're going to build a couple of stations over here just so they can access these easily. And of course, they're going to need to get down over here to get their hands dirty. Hopefully, all of this gets done before these activate in 9 days. And yeah, we've been cutting things close, and I don't want to cut things close anymore, okay? Which is exactly why we're going with the quick and dirty solutions over here. And yeah, we have been hiring bots over here. Sadly, we don't really have 10,000 signs, so the beavers need to be assembling bots and getting injured and whatnot. But hey, that's still gonna be a lot less injuries than we were facing, okay? I also changed the settings on this population counter to just count unemployed bots. So whenever we have less than 10 unemployed bots, yeah, these guys are gonna start making some for us. Which actually tells me that I need to start employing some bots, and what better way to employ bots than as builders? So let's just hire a bunch of bots as builders right now. Since they can work 24/7, they're gonna get everything done incredibly fast compared to beavers. That is, of course, if we have the resources, which we might not. How is this place going? Yeah, this place is going incredibly slowly because they have to build it one at a time. I'm pretty sure if we manage to build just one small tubeway station over here really fast, then things would also speed up because they're going to be able to come out of here and build all of these simultaneously. So let's see if that's the case. We're going to just bring a path over and we shall see if things speed up the moment this small tubeway station gets built. Oh yeah, it definitely does speed up. We now have more than a single bot working on these things. Lovely. Now something else that I've been dying to do is, yeah, blowing these up over here. Oh my god. Lovely. Okay, so now all the bad water is just going to go directly off the map over here, and we don't have to worry about any of this contamination over here as well. This is also going to stop this contamination. Actually, wait a second. It's not doing that. It's not stopping the contamination. What's going on? I mean, technically, we can just stop it ourselves by placing these levees over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they couldn't reach it, so I had to create a path over here for them to actually come and build these levees. But yeah, after this is done, the bad water should just go down that road instead of ever coming over here and, damaging our farms and whatnot. Alright, so we're not going to be able to complete this before, these sources start producing bad water. But, if you come over here and take a look, yeah, it's all bots now. It's all bots. So even if there's bad water over here, we don't really care. We really don't. Wait a second, no. They're working really fast over here. Yeah, they're going to be able to get this one done. Alright, that's the seep dealt with, as long as the pressure isn't too high over there, of course. But what about the bad water source itself? Yeah, the bad water source might be problematic. Yeah, especially because we need to get up here. I kind of forgot about that. We need to be able to make these impermeable floors. And the only way to do that is from up above, since our beavers can't really move on top of the source, right? Hey, they're not beavers anymore, they're bots. Why am I calling them beavers? What's wrong with me? There we go. I kind of wish I had an entire army of bots, to be honest. But people, this time around, we're not going to be missing the explosion, okay? We're going to make it over there. But oh my god, this is still going to be cutting it close, okay? I did not expect it to cut so close. Alright, we're gonna be able to see the explosion right now. Let's go. And just like that, yeah. Is this the third water source exploding or the fourth one? I genuinely do not know. But yeah, if we make our way over here, our bots are hard at work making sure that this bad water source stops making bad water right away. And as soon as these 4 impermeable floors are done, that is exactly what's gonna happen. Just like that. And now the bad water source has been sealed pretty much permanently, at least until we deal with it properly in the late game. And hey, we can also unpause these buildings now. Lovely. Now my next plan is actually to preemptively deal with the next bad water source as well, because I'm pretty sure there's only one core left on this map which is gonna explode. Now the first few cores exploded after 3 cycles and the previous one took 4, so I'm assuming this is also gonna take 4 or maybe 5 even. But the one thing I know for sure is that this right here is the other core. The only other core. I could not find a single other core on the map, okay? And I literally went through the entire map. So if there is one hidden somewhere, then yeah, I need to go get my eyes checked, which is probably gonna be the case. But, okay, I'm gonna stop distracting myself. Yeah, we're gonna come over here and seal this place up as well. Similar to how we did the other one. Do I wanna seal it though? Do I? Yes, I do. Yeah, so just some platforms, some levees surrounding the platforms, and impermeable floors on top. That's basically all we need to do. However, we do need to get over there, and this is a really long drive, okay? Is there a shortcut somewhere though? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna have to zoop over there, okay? Yeah, so let's just start building the tubeways, and we'll see where they lead us. Yeah, for the time being, it's gonna be pretty inefficient, but that's okay. Later on, if we do end up creating an outpost over here for something fun, we will consider improving our connections. Until then though, yeah, a small tubeway station shall just go over here. You're gonna connect over and you're gonna be able to get down there to build all of this stuff. Lovely, just lovely. So now we don't need to panic the next time around, okay? And we can focus our time on our colony and its needs now. Yeah, the most important of which seems to be the fact that we don't have bell peppers again. Where on earth do all of our bell peppers go, man? Oh, of course it's a bad tide. Yeah, just after I seal all of these problems away, a bad tide comes up. So that basically means it's just gonna be all bad water anyway. Yeah, we can just ignore the bad tides for now. They don't concern us. We don't really need a lot of water. And all of our farms are, you know, maintained by us instead of the fresh water that comes into our rivers. Yeah, that would be a huge mistake on maps like this, because if your water supply is unreliable, then you kind of want your farms to be in your control, okay, instead of depending on the water supply. I think I'm gonna make another refinery for fuel, first of all. Actually, wait a second. Yeah, we don't have fuel problems. Never mind. Yeah, so what I was thinking is we get rid of one of these steam engines and replace them over here with another liquid fuel engine, because the steam engine wasn't really working anyway, and I want to future-proof my power at least a bit right now. Just a little bit, please. And we're also saving up science to hire the bots over here at the bot assembler. So that way bots will be creating more bots, and that is good for us. And we also need to start planning for endgame, because we are going to need mines, and mines are going to be a nice renewable source of scrap metal for us. So, yeah, this mine over here. We could start working down there right now. Yeah, so how about we do that over here in these underground ruins down here? Because previously this entire area was flooded and it's no longer flooded. We will need a lot of science though, and I do still wish to save up for the bot automation, which is going to be this thing over here on the right. Yeah, unlock this workplace for bots, because after that the bots will be making more bots for us. So while we wait for that, let's figure out our farming situation over here, because it seems like there are some crops that are more used than others. We've already planted some bell peppers over here, so why don't we work on some corn now? So it's basically, yeah, this edge over here. So this right here is going to be our cornfield, and then we can forget about this area for a short while. We're still gonna need more trees, and I feel like I want to get a farm where we're just making trees for everyone, and that I believe can be over here. So these succulents are gonna have to go. Yeah, thankfully, since we have bots, we don't really care about the succulents, especially considering the fact that, you know, you can get injured when dealing with these, but the bots don't get injured. There we go. Everything has been cleared up now. Oh my god, they left one. All right, there we go. Now the only thing that we actually care about over here is just a 3x3 with a couple of depth sensors and a memory node. And of course a discharge for us to actually fill this place up with water. There we go. Our not so huge army of bots is going to work on this. Now the funny thing is, this is really slow because we don't have wood. And I'm pretty sure all of our wood is actually going to create more bots right now. Like, that is where we're spending all of our wood. So how about we just come over here and start improving these things a little bit more, because I want this to be compact. Okay, I want this to be as compact as possible. And for that to happen, yeah, we're gonna get some staircases over here. Yeah, so I was thinking of having a forester up here, but you see the range on the forester is just incredibly limited as soon as I place them up here. So I feel like the problem is probably just the stairs. So we're just gonna make this pretty instead then. Just like that. Yeah, the forester can cover this entire area now. It's not like we're gonna be able to irrigate this entire area anyways. So yeah, we don't need to worry about min-maxing stuff. This is pretty much just me experimenting with some fun stuff, okay? Yeah, just gotta make sure that the discharge is activating based on the memory node. I don't wish to waste workers over here. There we go. All right, that's a nice little chunk. I just love planting oak trees everywhere, okay? This is gonna be our nice little forest, just like that. Yeah, and as for the lumberjacks, I'm pretty sure if I place them up here, they're gonna be able to reach everything as well. Yeah, so let's just do that. So now everything is just nice and compact inside of this area. We do need to make sure that they have, you know, cutting orders. So yeah, just cut all of this area, please. Okay, we're gonna make sure that this entire place is just operated by bots, and every now and then a beaver comes over here to fill it up with water. Yeah, the beaver got the safest possible job over here, okay? That's basically the story that I'm going with, okay? Now these oak trees are gonna take forever to like actually bear some fruit for us. In the meanwhile, we are gonna need more trees. So we're just gonna quickly come over here and steal all of these trees down here, which I've been saving. Yeah. So just let me confirm that a lumberjack will be able to get all of these. Yes, they will be able to do that. So now just come over here and cut all of these. And these are gonna help us, you know, during the time when these oak trees over here are just growing up. Wait a second, why can't you come down here? There's the tree in your way? Is that the problem? Really, sir? Am I gonna have to do this over here just so you actually make your way down here? Really? What? And now you did go down there. What on earth is wrong with your brain? The whole point is just to collect enough wood for all of this to start working its magic. I spy with my eyes some more oak trees, so who on earth am I to say no to them? Yeah, just cut down every last tree on the planet, please. Thank you. Okay, something I noticed is that this water source over here is, yeah, it doesn't have an unstable core nearby. So maybe we're gonna be able to use this permanently, hopefully. Oh, bot is out of fuel. Excuse me, sir. Where do you work, by the way? Interesting, an unemployed bot is out of fuel. Lovely. All right, let's pick up another small tank, and we are gonna make sure that these bots over here have something to drink, okay? So we're gonna give them some fuel over here. And the reason I'm placing multiples is just for fun. There's literally no reason. Oh, wait a second. Why is there 3 here and 2 here? Ew. Yeah, place 1 more tree if you can, hopefully. There we go. Slowly but surely. Yeah, our trees are gonna be planted and we're gonna be able to get lots and lots and lots of wood. All right, we have 11,000 signs now. So that means, yeah, it's time to fire the beavers over here and we're gonna hire the ember bots. I believe that also means we're going to be able to make more bots now because these guys are going to be working 24/7. What do they need, by the way? Control tower and lubricant. Interesting. Okay, we're going to do the control tower right now. Where is this? Yeah, we're going to do a control tower, the first of its kind, and we are going to just place it somewhere nice, somewhere where it covers both of these. I think this is a nice spot because it basically covers almost all the industry on this side. And we're going to be building more over here in the future as well. And by the future, I basically mean right now. Yeah, we're going to be making these 2 large lumber mills and then we're going to just nuke these old ones. We're going to slowly switch away from inefficient factories and stuff. These do need power though, and I completely forgot about that. However, oh, we don't have enough signs still. Oh man, it's okay. We're gonna worry about that some other day. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna connect them over the ground like so. And this place is gonna fit another building in the near future anyway, so yeah, don't really care about it. Oh, how is this going? Oh, this is going really slowly as expected. Oh man, do we care though? Do we care that it's going so slow? I mean, I could just speed it up by building a tube station every now and then. And over here as well, for example, yeah, just doing this. Yeah, it would just speed things up by a lot because multiple bots would be able to work on it simultaneously, you know? Just like that. And now we actually have bots and we do have some materials as well. We're no longer super poor. Okay, something happened over here. Yeah, why do these trees exist? They're supposed to do the closest one first, so what on earth happened here? I think the bot went for a drink and then on its way back started planting them. There we go, all the trees back here are done. I hope someone is coming to pick this up. Yeah. Yeah, the oak trees are really not easy to cut, okay? They take a long time. Each of them has 8 logs and they do a lot of back and forth. I'm not gonna complain about the best possible tree in this game. Come on, that would be dumb. Yeah, something's telling me this is not gonna be enough maple trees, so we might as well just get rid of them, right? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna just get rid of all of these maple trees right now and just replace them with the apple trees, yeah. And then we're gonna set up a maple tree farm up here because we just need to plant the trees once, and then after that we can just destroy the forester. Yeah, so that's just gonna be the maple tree farm. All of this actually. Yeah, make sure that we place the forester in a spot where they can reach everything. This one can. Yeah, lovely. And as for the tapper's shack, yeah, we're just gonna do a repeat of what we did with the oak trees, okay? So the tapper is just gonna be up here, reaching everything. Yeah, so similar to how we fit everything up here for, our lumber needs, we're also going to do the same thing for the tapper. So the tapper is just going to go on top of our farm irrigation system. And yeah, for the time being, the tapper can just be paused actually. We don't need it anytime soon. We need it for the maple syrup, but the maple trees need to grow and, well, first they need to get planted, then they need to grow, and then they need to, get mapley. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Yeah, because there's a fun little building that I would like to unlock right now, which is the dirt excavator. Yeah, this is genuinely my favorite building, okay? And where do I want to place this dirt excavator, by the way? I wonder. Right over here. Why don't you? Let me just make sure it's not gonna run into any issues. Yeah, no. Problem, however, with the dirt excavator is that once more it needs to be worked on by bots because the injury chance is just way too high. Yeah, so every hour there's a 2% chance that the beaver is just gonna, get injured. Yeah, I'm also gonna deprioritize this a little bit because I don't want this to be the primary focus of our colony, okay? At least not at this stage of the game. I want them to work on it whenever there's nothing else to do. And right now there's plenty of stuff to do, like this amazing stuff that you guys are doing over here. Love it, love it, love it. Actually, I think it's done. Yeah, we are now like future bad water proof right now. Whatever bad water is flowing over here is basically what's gonna flow even when the next unstable core goes off. So that is amazing. Oh, you cannot build this tower up here. What on earth? Yeah, build it down here then. At least build it, man. What the heck? Oh, I completely forgot. Yeah, we were farming wheat over here, remember? Yeah, that needs to be turned into flour and then baked as well. Just like that. What's the ratio over here, by the way? Oh, this is just evil. You cannot make just simple bread. You need apple pies. Oh no. That is evil. Okay, and we're not storing apples anywhere actually. Yeah, we're gonna have to start storing apple then. That's gonna be apple, that's gonna be flour, I believe. Yeah, what's the recipe for apple pies? Apple, flour, and charcoal. So that's apple and flour. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna be providing the charcoal over here. I hope my haulers do a good enough job of that. But stuff being nearby is just always helpful whenever the haulers are busy elsewhere. Does that mean I can make more bakeries over here? Because I kind of like have everything, right? Nothing else needs wheat flour. Cornmeal and maple syrup. This is also maple syrup. And this one is literally like bell peppers and corn. Once more. Wow. Just wow. Wow is all I have to say. Oh man, if only like this core wasn't back here. If only. I would totally just seal this place up and fill it all with water. I would love to do that. I mean, it would escape back here, but come on, that would still be a few levels of water. I mean, I could definitely just seal that place up as well. But unfortunately, yeah, this water source is also temporary, so we cannot count on it at all. How is our water situation, by the way? Because it feels like, yeah, the automated water pump is basically all we need. I am so lucky to be playing a faction over here that doesn't directly need water. I had no idea what I was getting into when I was, started this. I'm just happy about how things have turned out. Okay, I'm gonna destroy all of this stuff. However, I'm just going to destroy the buildings that collect water and the power situation. Nothing else. Yeah. So these power connectors are basically the only things that are going to go away. And the reason for that is that I do want to fill this up with water eventually. I really do. And we'll see how we can, go about doing that. Until then though, yeah, we're just gonna continue farming the way that we're farming right now. And why on earth is this forester not done yet? Like, what's going on, sir? Oh, we don't have any logs. Yeah, I forgot. This place is not done yet. The oldest tree over here is like 36%, 35%. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Let's find some more oak trees that we can steal. Okay, well, these aren't oak trees, but they're the next best thing, okay? Pine trees. Let's go. We're not gonna be able to go back there. Wait, no, we can. What do you mean we can't? What do you mean we're not gonna be able to get back there? Oh wait, this is just gonna spend some logs. We're not gonna spend logs to go back there, okay? Don't get your hopes up. But we are gonna find more trees up here. Yeah, I don't even wanna touch those. Those are just useless. Did we like cut down all the oak trees? Where are the oak trees at? I mean, there's some back here, but that's like really far away. That is like stupid amounts of far away, actually. Yeah, there's a pile up here as well. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We are gonna come over here and we're just gonna get right up on top over here, okay? Just like that. And the reason I'm getting up here is actually not for these oak trees. Well, not for these oak trees. I want to farm up here. I really do. Let's just clear up this area first, and then we're gonna, think about the farm some other day. Cut down those trees and cut down these trees as well. Thank you very much. Man, this is like such a nice little farming area over here. If only this water was permanent. Like, just look at it. Just look at how amazing it is. Man, this entire map would have been so amazing if all the water sources were permanent. Yeah, think about it. It's a really, really nice map without the exploding cores and stuff. There's a lot of water on it if you look at it that way, but just tone them all down. Yeah, honestly speaking, at this point, I don't even want to talk about the number of bad tides we're getting over here, okay? I've lost count. Oh, well, look over here. I was really, really dumb about this. Oh my god. 1 second, how much power does this need? Oh, it just needs 200. Okay. Yeah, so the reason I was dumb is because, yeah, the entrance is 1 level higher than I'm used to. And as for the power over here, yeah, I kind of want to have some fun. And boy, oh boy, these wind turbines look pretty, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to connect all of these together over here. And then we're just going to figure out a place for a couple of gravity batteries. And that should be it. We shouldn't really need to do anything else after this. Yeah, so 1, 2, and 3 over there. And then you can just connect over like so. Lovely. Now here's the fun thing. The reason we need these gravity batteries is, oh wait, this one is going to be useless. 1 second. Yeah, fix the problem first and then explain it later. Yeah, so the reason we need these gravity batteries is because the wind over here is sometimes going to blow and sometimes not. So we need to charge up the batteries for when the wind isn't running, okay? Oh yeah, and I almost forgot this place needs to be worked by bots as well. But that's gonna cost us some science, and I kind of spent all my science on these toys over here. Lovely, our deforestation efforts have borne fruit, which means, yeah, that's one more beaver who's gonna be jobless now. I kind of also wish to, make my way over here to these explosives. There's a lot of explosives on this map, and I genuinely don't know why. This is 80, by the way. 80, that's a lot. You pretty much don't need to make your explosives on this map at all. Yeah, since we have bots basically everywhere now, it's probably a good idea to spread out some of these fuel tanks everywhere. Yeah, the bots basically have only a single basic need, which is the fuel. So as long as we keep that satisfied, yeah, they're not gonna die and they're gonna keep working 24/7. There we go, that's the bad tide starting. So that means, yeah, we're no longer gonna have water over here. We're gonna have lots of power, but just no water. Oh yeah, that is sad. And if we make our way over here, yeah, how is this construction going? Is this what's taking all of our logs and planks? I believe so. Yeah, because these gravity batteries up here take a lot of planks and gears as well. And if you really think about it, yeah, these are all logs, because logs turn into planks and then the gears as well. I would like a second number cruncher. How is the power situation over here? Oh, we have way too much power. We have like 3000 and only 1.2k is being used. Yeah, let's get ourselves another number cruncher back here. And we're also gonna start working on a second floor over here, okay? So in order for the second floor to work, what we're gonna need is tubeways. Where's the tubeways at? Right here. All right, tubeway tunnel. This one, we're just gonna extend it. That is the tubeway tunnel, right? Let me just confirm. Yeah, that is a tubeway. So we're just gonna extend it over here and bring it, say, yeah, right here. Yeah, and from here onward, I wonder, can I just take it vertically up? Wait, it cannot go here? Why can't it go over here? 1, 2, I am really confused right now because I'm pretty sure we can't do this, right? Oh, it was just the angle. Okay, never mind, never mind. Yeah, so we are gonna be making a tubeway station right here and then another one up top. However, however we do that. I'm not really sure how. Yeah, but first we need to create a second floor up here, okay? And it's not gonna be with platforms, not at all. Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, I believe a double platform is gonna be good enough, right? Yeah, so that is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna create a bunch of double platforms, and then we're gonna make overhangs on top of them, like so. It is gonna cost science, but why not? It's fun. Yeah, and then on the other side, just to make everything even, we're gonna build a regular old 3x1 overhang. Now that I think about it, I do want to do something over here as well. Yeah, maybe putting the tubeway right in the middle over there wasn't a good idea, but I'm gonna stick to that because it creates some fun little possibilities. There we go. That's pretty much the most expensive second floor possible over here. We're gonna be okay with it though, as long as we start getting some wood over here. Yeah, 60%. Oh my god, slowly but surely we will get it. Oh my god, can you like be done with the planting already, please sir, so I can fire you? Yeah, just a few more please. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, so now you don't need to be here anymore. We can get rid of you. And we can also just unpause this tapper's shack, and that is gonna be a regular old job now, and we're finally gonna be able to get some maple syrup once these are done. Lovely. What else do I have left? I'm pretty sure I got every single material except, yeah, the phoenix essence. We can make it. We have all of these things. But what does it do? You know what? There's only one way to find out. So we might as well just start working on it. Oh my god, it's tiny. It's really tiny. It needs bell pepper, fuel, and charcoal, right? Yeah, so two of those things are over here. So we're just gonna stick this over here somewhere. Maybe down here? Yeah, I like the thought of that. There we go. What are we gonna do back here though? Well, let's take a look at the decorations, because a beaver statue hidden in the middle of all the buildings is exactly the kind of place we would hide a beaver statue. There's a really nice feature in Whiskerwood where you can harvest your crops early if you just urgently need the yield. And boy, oh boy, that would help a lot in this game as well. Yeah, we need to be planting some apple trees over here. I got rid of the maple trees but forgot to plant the apple trees. My bad. And yeah, canola is fine. So the thing about canola is if you don't see yellow fields anywhere, then that means you need to plant more. And I'm starting to see less yellow fields. Oh, no, never mind. This one just popped up. Oh crap, I completely forgot about this. The grist mill also needs power. Let's just move you back here, right? And what we're gonna do is connect you over here, and I believe we can just get rid of this one then. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of logs that are gonna be used for everything except building this grist mill. I know that. That is how it works. Alright, so we have a lot of phoenix essence now. What do we do with this? Yeah, I cannot for the life of me find a use for the phoenix essence. Oh, there we go. We can use phoenix essence to get water back. Okay, 45 water is basically enough to run this farm 3x3 for 10 days. Yeah, this is basically infinite water then, because charcoal is cheap and bell peppers are cheap and fuel is also cheap once you have a farm. It's like turning your farm into more water. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's any other use case for it right now. I was told that there are some mods which will let us breed with it, but I don't know if I want my beavers to be breeding with the power of phoenix essences, okay? That sounds like a can of worms which I don't want to open. Oh, look what I found. I was just looking for a random decoration, but okay. We can just burn the essence then and make everyone happy, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna burn some essences up here. Lovely. Okay, decontamination pods also use phoenix essence. Alright, I'm starting to find things. Yeah, that kind of tells me that we only needed one of these, but we have a lot of jobless beavers and this will give them a purpose. So I'm okay with this. Oh man, they need a path up there. Okay, never mind. Change of plans. We're just gonna move it over. Over where though? Like I can fit one back there, but I also want one in the middle of everything. So maybe right here? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, lots of beavers come over here for their so-called massages that are, yeah, really pointy. Yeah, so burning some phoenix essence over here is just gonna give them some extra bonuses. Lovely. Okay, so you're making the flour now, and the bakery is also working. We have apple pies now. Lovely. How is our apple situation, by the way? We have a lot of tomatoes. That's not an apple. This is an apple. Oh, we do not have enough apples at all. Why? Why is that the case? These trees back here, why are they not getting harvested? Yeah, this gatherer guy over here, where is he? Is a single gatherer not enough for all of these trees? I'm really surprised if that is the case. Let's get another one then. Yeah, we're gonna get another gatherer for ourselves because it seems like the first one is, not enough. Plus, we have more trees here now, so it's definitely not gonna be enough now. There we go. That's our first oak trees over here. And this is probably the end of all of our wood problems forever. I'm like so confident that this is the end of our wood problems that I'm gonna do something over here. Yeah, we're gonna spend some science and unlock an underground pile right here, and this is just gonna be logs. 1200 logs to be precise. Yeah, I really hope I don't have log problems anymore after this because I've got some big plans, okay? Really big plans over here on this map. There is something I want to do with all of these rivers, and I am not okay with the way they look right now. But I'm really, really okay with the way this one looks. Yeah, I like this area. We're gonna take over this place, okay? Hey, would you look at that? You're done with all the trees over here. Lovely. I believe that means we can fire you, right? Yeah, just pick up that wood so that we can fire you. There we go. Now, what on earth was I gonna do with this area? Well, I want a farm over here, but you're gonna have to wait for that until next time. This is exactly where we're gonna be starting from, okay? Bye. And now, for those of you who are still watching at this point, yeah, so of all the things possible, Raid Shadow Legends wanted to sponsor me, and they were offering an obscene amount of cash in exchange for basically selling out, okay? And I ain't having that, so here I am. Basically, the monetization options on YouTube for my country are pretty limited. No memberships, no super chats, so virtually there's no point in live streaming either. So what on earth am I left with? Okay, so I've set up a Patreon because my audience is the only sponsor that I'm okay with. I'm gonna get you access to behind the scenes stuff, show you some sneak peeks, ask you guys on what map we should be playing. We're gonna set up a Discord server where all of this can happen, and I'm gonna share save files. The first of which is already up. We're gonna be trying to get as many beavers as possible on diorama hard mode. And I've got a save file where the colony is stable, everything is fine, and you're basically ready to convert that entire map into your own vision. So this is the first save file that we're going to be posting on Patreon right now. But I need you to understand that this is only if you have disposable income, okay? There is zero compulsion for this. Your presence here is already enough for me.